for 2.5 years was responsible to start a transformation on the way we were doing our manufacturing activities. And from there, when I finished that 2.5 years, saying to everybody how to do the right thing, they said, "Oh, we have an opportunity for you, Sylvain." And they offered me here in Mexico, so move in Mexico, and they said, "Now, let's see if you can yourself do it, what you said to everybody to do." When Jose called and started a discussion with me to say, "Hey, Sylvain, after the good result the factory had done in Mexico, do you think we can bring the ATV in that facility in Mexico?" And for me, it was the first time I was hearing that project of transferring ATV from Valcourt to Mexico. So at the time, when I got the phone, you have kind of a mixed feeling. Okay, you have a mixed feeling that, wow, that will be a project, that will be passion, that's this thing that like Bombardier we like to do. In the same time, okay, you have your Canadian friends, your Quebecer friends, and you said, wow, I'm not sure it's the thing I want to do at the end. But all together, we end up, and we were not realizing that at the time. But I realized today, stepping back after, that was a huge project. And that was no matter we were already in Europe and in Finland, that was the real first time we were hitting the road to become an international company, heading in a country we do not know, a country that is not easy to do, and that we transform through the project, to create a BRP culture in Mexico, because you cannot be the Mexican culture, it cannot be the Canadian culture, you need to create a mix. I've been put involved a couple of months before, time to build a business case, see the board 2-3 times, and November 5th, 2005, okay, is when we announced to everybody. And within a couple of days, Alain Villemur organized to us to meet one of the associates of McKinsey in Dallas. And when we met in Dallas with the McKinsey guys, he came with 2 of his specialists for companies that were moving, a site to another site. And us, we were having the timeline that BRP gave to us. And we started a discussion with them. We're spending a day, for them to transfer to us some tips, some tricks, and so on. And the guy started to say, that's an aggressive project, and the timeline for a project like that is 36 months. So we look at it, it's 36 months, say, yeah, there is some company exceptionally succeeded to do it in 24 months. Below that, forget it. So we look each other, the 4 that we were, and we said to the guys, yes, but they gave to us 13 months. December 4, 2006, we are on. So the 3 guys from McKinsey looked each other and said, guys, will not happen. Okay, so guess what happened? Okay, the 4th December 2006, production was on as per plan, everything. Does not mean we have not been wet a little bit of the time and spent a few nights not sleeping. That has been a very, very, very good project from BRP, and it has been lived the way we always live our different projects at the same speed that we ride our vehicles. Today we had created something interesting that continue to evolve and will continue to evolve, okay? And with that, I believe is one of the part that we make a success of BRP, mainly because we did not let go the passions coming with the culture, because the passions can be integrated in different cultures to achieve and or overachieve the different projects that we have.
The company here at Rovaniemi have given me really the challenge I wanted. This is international business. The people are very closely connected to each other, and we have very close relationship. Like my boss calls me every week. We talk about, sometimes we talk work, sometimes we talk private things, but we are very closely working with each other, and I feel that I have a full support from him in all respect. I came first to the old factory, and the old factory was, of course, it was kind of a labyrinth where we had built a factory or enlarged the factory over the period of 40 years, and it was not comfortable anymore and not suitable for producing snowmobiles. And we came to this fantastic new factory here, and we were full of expectations. We wanted to grow business and produce more and everything, but then we had the recession. And after, having very, very high expectations, we had a recession, and that meant then that we needed to do all the things to reduce costs, and we laid off people. We had temporary layoffs and everything. But ever since, now we are running extremely well, and 3 historically best years are behind us, and we are very, very profitable company. Let's say that here at this new factory, of course, this gives a lot of opportunities for us. It's not only that we can increase production of snowmobiles, but we could produce here other products also. And for the past 2 to 3 years' time, we have been very actively trying to find a kind of a second product that could be produced here at Rovaniemi. And we have had a number of ideas what could be produced, and I think that we will be coming up in 1 to 2 years' time with a new product here. We have a good idea, but I'm not going to expose yet what it is going to be.
So how's it all get started? BRP and the Johnson Evinrude brands. It starts on a cold and snowy day in December, where they told all of us at Outboard Marine, you have no job, you have to leave the premises in 15 minutes. A few months later, I get a phone call in the middle of the night as I'm trying to decide which bill not to pay. And it's a man saying, we have some people from Quebec that would like to see the technology that you're using on your outboards. I says, fine, I'll come down to the plant, and me and some other guys will fire up some prototypes and show them. Who shows up is Laurent Baudouin and Pierre Baudouin with a few others. I didn't know who they were. They were just guys that spoke with an accent that was unfamiliar to me. So we spent about 2 or 3 hours in the engineering department running prototypes of 2-cycle direct injection on personal watercraft, snowmobiles, outboard motors. And at the time I didn't know it, but we were selling the Johnson Evinrude brand to Bombardier. And we had to start up again. But you've got a company that went bankrupt, things have to change. So all the factories that we were using had to be consolidated into a new one. They found a book company, Golden Books, bought the building from this bankruptcy, and we moved Johnson Evinrude into that factory. I believe it was about 6 months. About a day later than we thought we were going to get it done, we produced our first motor. So it was quite an experience, that first 6 months of operation. So we got the company back up and running. We're producing outboards, selling them on the marketplace, re-emerging as the brands. And now comes the time for this new technology, which didn't have a name at the time, but would end up being called E-Tech. So the little show we had for Mr. Baudouin, now it's time to produce. And so we did, of course, with lots of struggles, but we ended up producing the first E-Techs, getting EPA awards, the only product, 2-cycle product allowed on Lake Constance and Lake Tahoe, things like that. It started to roll then, so we're doing well with it. Then comes the snowmobile E-Tech, which has been a very successful product in the marketplace. Our collaboration with Valcour on that was an exciting time for us. Moving on into where we're going now, you don't talk about on these sorts of tapes, but the excitement is going to continue. Of course, in the early going, there was quite a bit of debate. Should we even pursue this 2-cycle technology thing, even though it has keen advantages for certain markets? And what actually happened is the vice president of sales at the time, I remember the meeting, he jumps up out of his seat during a debate and he says, yes, but can this make California 3-star emissions? And my fellow engineer, without any hesitation, says, yes, no problem. Of course, we had no clue how to do that, but the guy called our bluff, and we proceeded to do that and make 3-star emissions, the cleanest required at the time, and it's worked out very well.